What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Foy, the founder of AskNickFoy.com, and this video is going to be exciting. It's one I've been, waiting to make for some time. It required compiling a bunch of data for you guys so that you can see physical math, numbers, kind of like you can see right now in this spreadsheet we're going to be going over. And I also have my Google Analytics page open. So the reason this is exciting is I'm going to show you how simple it is to make at least $10,000 per month online from a mathematical standpoint. So using formulas, looking at the data, the numbers, and I'm going to show you how I've made over $10,000 over a certain time period that I've broken up into different data sets so you could take a better look at the numbers. So I was doing some data crunching the other night, trying to learn more about my business, where I could grow, what's working. When you use data to drive decision making, it's going to help you, cut out wasted time and kind of improve your overall strategy in your online business. So today's video, I'm going to be walking you through one of my example golf websites. So to give you some context, to give you some background, so I got started in online business about 3 years ago. I believe since this is October of 2017, I started my blog in October of 2014 for my golf website. So I got started in online business in the golf niche. That was, when I first started learning from Pat Flynn about building niche websites and building online businesses over on smartpassiveincome.com. That's Pat Flynn if you've never heard of him. So I got started with the golf niche site. That was my passion. I wanted to share with others about golf and try to make some money online teaching golf, since I didn't end up going and becoming a golf instructor at a golf course. That's the route my brother's taking. I thought about taking that route, but I decided to go the business, the real estate route. So as a golf instructor online, I had to learn how to build a website, which I've got tons of tutorials on my YouTube channel for you guys. If you want to learn how to build, a website, I'll go ahead and get my channel opened up because I've got some other resources I want to point out to you as well. Alright, so when you come to my channel, if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are growing at a pretty good pace right now. We're up to 344 subs, and I'm hoping to hit that 1,000 mark here pretty soon, and then we'll see from there. But videos, and then I've got the most recent videos. But if you come down here to my popular uploads, you can see the ones that have gotten the most views. So here's my step-by-step WordPress tutorial that's gotten over 20,000 views, and this is the one that's gonna show you how to set up your WordPress website if you don't have a website yet. But I'm guessing a lot of you already have a blog or a website, and that's why you're here kind of learning about how to grow it, how to make money from it. So that's where we get into traffic and data, understanding the numbers. So I've got my golf website. I've been working on it for 3 years, and I've got my Google Analytics. I never really started tracking analytics in-depthly, the right way until recently. So finally this year I've been tracking all my analytics the right way, and the other night I was crunching a bunch of numbers, and here's some of the results I want to show you guys. So I broke it up into 3 different data sets, and these are all my different products. So again, I have my main golf website, which just again to make context for you so that it's easy for you to understand this. So here's my golf website, golfpracticeguides.com. And then I have a subdomain that used to be shop.golfpracticeguides.com. But what they did was Bluehost ended up going in on the back end and rearranging some files. I'm not techie with websites. I just run my website. So I had them do this, but they took that shop domain and they turned it into golfpracticeguides.com/shop. So now anytime somebody types that in, they go to a second website, which looks like it's all one website. It looks like it's just an extension, but it's still a subdomain. So if I wanted to start a whole separate blog, I could have 2 blogs, one on my subdomain and one on my main website, but I've only got 1 blog, but just to let you know. So my main website here, golfpracticeguides.com, this gets about 15 to 25,000 visitors per month. It varies. And then my shop website is getting anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people per month, sometimes 3,000 people. So what I'm trying to do is funnel traffic from my blog articles, from my menu header here. They can come down here and read articles, and then I link over to products that I have for sale here on my shop website. So again, my menu bar is all my different products up here, and I've started putting some of my products in my menu bar on my main website to try to get them moving over here onto my shop. Because if I've got 20,000 people coming to my main website every month, that's a lot of traffic. If I can get a big chunk of that over here to my shop, that's going to produce a lot of sales for me. So this is like a membership website. So once they check out with my shopping cart, they end up getting access to like locked pages. So I've set up membership pages where you don't get access to them until you've purchased different memberships to different programs, or you've bought different products and you can access your My account and download them. And then I've got it hooked up to my email system so that when they buy these products, they get followed up on automatic with ConvertKit, which is my email software. If you want to learn more about ConvertKit, you can go to asknickfoy.com/ConvertKit. That's my affiliate link. That'll take you to ConvertKit. You can learn how to set them up. But I've integrated them with my store, so people buy a product, it automatically triggers in my email software to send them like the welcome email, giving them the links to come download their product. So it's a good way to have customer service on autopilot by connecting your email marketing. So that's the gist of everything so far. Before we dive into the data, we've got the website where I blog. I just write tons of blog articles. I've got them ranking in Google. I've got them on Pinterest, blowing up, getting traffic from Pinterest. And then they funnel their way to my email list and to my store where they buy my products. So now what I've done is I've gone ahead and broken up the data. So here's all the different products that I'm currently selling. So you can see there's about 16 different products here, different programs, different worksheets, different ebooks. So I've got a good mix of products. So data set 1, you can see product sales. I had 18 sales for the Breaking 80 program, for example. And the products got viewed 576 times. So how many people ended up buying? Well, that's about 3%, 2.95%. And it did $887 in revenue. So on average, I'm making about $50 a sale. For a while, my program was priced at like $49. Sometimes I've raised prices. Sometimes I've done sales and dropped prices. So here's the revenue it did. So I broke it down product by product. So we've got 16 different products here where I calculated how many sales they had for this data set, how many product views it had to calculate the conversion rate. All right. Then we did that again for data set 2, data set 3, so that I can compare different experiments, different tests I was running to see what was working, if I was getting a better conversion rate or not. So down here at the very bottom, you've got the totals. So this is broken down individual product. So not to lose you and make you confused or anything, it's just these are individual product statistics broken up into 3 different data sets so I could compare them 3 different times. And then down here, I totaled everything up. So in this case, 159 people made it to the cart page. 74 ended up making it to the checkout page. So that's about 46% of the cart people ended up moving on to the checkout stage. And out of the 159 people that made it to the cart, that was about 7.33% of the people that stopped by all of these different product pages. So on average, 7% of people moved on to the cart after viewing a product. And then 46% of the cart people moved on to the checkout page. And then 63 of those people that made it from the checkout page onto the total order. So 63 orders. So about 85% of the people that got to the checkout page ended up checking out. So when you set up your systems to sell things, you're going to have people view products. Some are going to add them to their cart. Then they're going to move on to the checkout page. And then they're actually going to check out. So people drop off different places in your funnel. So I was just tracking here, percentages. So overall, out of all my page views, 7.3% moved to the cart page. And then we ended up getting 63 orders. So down here, I had 63 orders, and we had over 2,170 product views for all the 16 different products. So that resulted in about a 2.9% conversion rate for data set 1. Because we had 63 orders there, so when you divide that, that's how I got about 3% conversion, and that was about $3,275 in revenue in data set 1 there. So now data set 2, we upped the traffic, so now traffic started growing. We got 6,397 product views, which was basically about triple of data set 1. And then sales basically about doubled, a little bit less than doubled. So traffic tripled, but sales did not triple as well. Sales only doubled. So we had a drop off in conversion. So conversion rate was only 1.83%, no longer a 2.9%. So traffic went way up, conversion rate started dropping, and that resulted in less product sales. So if you were to, assume that since traffic tripled, you should triple your product sales, that would have put us at about 190 sales, but we're only at 117. So unfortunately, growing traffic, it wasn't the best traffic we got because it didn't quite convert at the same conversion rate. And then data set 3, the traffic stayed pretty consistent. We ended up increasing it slightly. So 6397 now became 6470. So a little bit of traffic growth there, but product sales dropped off again in data set 3. So now the conversion rate went down. So this is showing you, 3 different data sets where I tried out different things, different marketing copy, promoting products on different platforms, so this was having the best success as far as conversion rate goes. But here I made more sales, in these 2 sections. So if you had to choose between these 3, you might be saying, well, this data set converted better, but in terms of overall sales, if you're looking at, let's call this like month 1, month 2, and month 3, you'd rather, be making the $4,600 at the end of the month. It comes down to how much revenue you're doing. That's what matters most. So in that case, I'd rather have data set 2. Even though my traffic surged and my product sales didn't quite go up as much as they did in data set 1, my conversion rate was lower, I still ended up making 117 sales, which is more than the 63 sales I made in data set 1. So that resulted in, $4,600 in revenue. So I made an extra $1,400 compared to data set 1. And then, sales dropped off and I only made $3,181 here, which, I could tell you that's because I sold a lot of these skill worksheets. So these were like $7. So even though it looks like I had a lot of product sales, a lot of that was, ebooks. If you look down here, I had 12 $7 worksheet sales. I had 4 ebooks that sell, all these ebooks that sold. So 2 for 20 ebooks, the golf mental game ebook, 47 practice drills ebook. We had the skills worksheet, the coaching ebook. So all these different ebooks and worksheets were my lower priced products, and so they didn't bring in as much money. So it looks like I sold a lot of products again, but I ended up making less revenue than when I was selling higher priced products in data set 1. So again, looking at my data set, you're probably real confused right now. It's hard to wrap your head around all this unless you spend like an hour learning it. So since I put the sheet together, I know all the data really well since I spent hours and hours building the sheet. But for you, since you're watching this video right now, brand new, it's going to be hard to wrap your head around my data because this is, for my business. But when you're looking at your data, it'll make a lot more sense to you. So this is the type of spreadsheet you want to build. You want to create a column for product sales, product views, and then conversion rate so that you can see, okay, how many times did my product get seen? How many people bought it? What conversion rate was that? And then how much money did you make? So this is going to depend on what your product price is. So you can play around with product pricing. So if, in data set 3, I raised prices. So that's why you're seeing conversion rates drop. So here I was converting at like 3%, 1.66%. And then in data set 3, I raised up my prices. And so now I was getting more traffic than I was in data set 1. But, I was getting hardly any sales because people said, nuh-uh, we're not paying that higher price. We want, back when you were selling it at the lower prices. So that's what happened here. Conversion rates took a plummet down to 1.2%, down to 1.8%, 0.64%, and I barely made any money compared to data set 1. So that's where, playing around with pricing, you can try to figure out what price levels convert the highest, get the highest conversion rate, and bring you in the most money. And then, from there, it's all about then getting more traffic to that product to try to grow your revenue. So now, the part you've kind of been waiting for to tie this all together. So in this case, when you add all 3 of these data sets together, we could scroll over here to my data set total column. So we'll go ahead and get those other tables out of the way so they're not distracting. So take a look here, and you can see for all 3 of those data sets combined, I had 51 sales for the Breaking 80 plan. I had 48 sales for the Breaking 70 plan, and so forth. You could go down the list and see how many product sales I had for each of my products. I could use functions to reorganize this chart, ranking them from, biggest to littlest sales, so I could see what my best selling products were. But if I quickly look here, I made 51 sales, 48 sales. So these were my top 2 selling products up here. And then you can see product views again, how many total views they got, combining all 3 data sets. So my average conversion rate was around 2% and 2.3% for my best selling products. And those brought in, 2,600 almost, and about 2,300 for that one. And then you could go down the list. I made 2,900 for this product. It only sold 31 compared to these that sold 51 and 48, because this was a higher priced product. So you can see when you are able to raise prices and sell higher priced products, you don't need to sell as many. So I only sold 31 compared to 51, and I ended up making more money because it was a higher priced product. And it was converting at a really high rate. I only had 454 people see this product. 31 of them bought, so that was a 6.8% conversion rate. So not only did this high product sell more revenue, but it converted at a much higher rate than, these other programs up here. So that's just something where the data, again, is going to tell you what products have the best conversion rates, what products are bringing in the most revenue, the most sales, which products are getting the most product views, so you can see where the bulk of your traffic's going. So down here, for example, I had this ebook that got 3,203 views, and it only got 6 sales. So that's a whopping 1.19% conversion rate. I only made $56. So this killed my overall conversion rate down here, which is what we're getting to. So when you add all this up, product by product, all the revenue, this is the totals down here. So for all 3 data sets, I had 266 sales, and that was on 15,000 product views. So my products on my store got viewed 15,000 times. That resulted in 266 sales. So that was about a 1.77% conversion rate for my entire store for all 16 products over those 3 data sets. And that resulted in $11,000 of revenue. So what that shows you is, if you want to, in my case, you're going to have to look at your data because it's going to be different. But when you look at this $11,000, if you want to make that monthly, well, here's how I made it once. I had to get 15,000 product views, and that resulted in 266 sales at a 1.77% conversion rate. So if I wanted to make $11,000 every single month, I would have to get 15,000 product views every single month to my store. And that will result in, 1 to 2 to 3% of those people buying. So I should get a couple hundred product sales every month. And if, I'm selling $50, $60, $70 products times that 200 product sales, you can see how I'm going to end up making between $10,000 to $14,000 a month. So that's one of the cool things. Once you get tons of data compiled over a long period of time, especially if you're new starting out, you might have to compile data for a year or 6 months to build it up to the point where you have a lot of data to look at. But in my case, I could see, to make $11,000, I have to get 15,000 product views. So now what I can do is I can start promoting products on Pinterest. I can start, optimizing product pages, landing pages, sales pages for SEO for Google, trying to get Google traffic to them. And then, like I said, Pinterest traffic. I could start promoting products on Facebook ads, so we could start driving clicks to my products direct from Facebook. That's probably the quickest way to get a lot of views on my products is, run Facebook ads. People click the link and now they land on my product page. So if I could somehow spend, a couple $1,000s a month on Facebook ads, and it results in 15,000 clicks to my store page, then that could convert, out of those 15,000 people coming from Facebook, maybe I get a couple hundred sales from that and I make $11,000. So right here's the bottom line numbers that I care about. So what's it going to take to make $11,000? Well, I've already done it once. I compiled all the different data sets together, and when I totaled them all together, I can see that I've already made $11,000 once. So if I want to get doing this on a consistent basis every single month, here's the numbers I have to hit every single month. You got to hit 15,000 page views, and you got to hit 266 sales, which is about a 1.77 conversion rate. So once I know this, all I can focus on now is promote, trying to get my traffic up. Right now it's getting, 1,000 to 2,000 product views a month. So if I can get that up to 15,000, then I'll start making $11,000 a month instead of, making $1 or $2 or $3,000 a month that I'm at right now. So that's how data can be powerful. It takes a while to collect, and you got to do it the right way. You got to really break it down like I did here, product by product. Looking at the sales for each product, looking at how many times each of them were viewed, each individual conversion rate, and then you create a total down here at the bottom that sums all this together so you can get an overview for your entire store, or you can look at things, product by product. But for somebody like you just starting out, you're probably only going to have 1 or 2 products. So this spreadsheet won't be nearly as detailed as mine is, but since I've built like 16 different products that sell on my website, I had to build a pretty complex spreadsheet, and that's why it took hours and hours to make. But the data is really revealing that, now all I got to do is get 15,000 people to my website every month, and that's going to start earning me, $10,000 a month. So now that I know what I got to do, it's about going out and doing it. So that's where what I've done is, like I said, I'm going to start ramping up my Google SEO. I'm going to start ramping up Pinterest some more. I'm already killing it with Pinterest, getting thousands of people to my website every month here, but I got to figure out how to also get them over to my store website as well. And then what I've also done is I just started a brand new website called nickfoygolf.com. So I'll go ahead and show you what that is, but I'm going to be doing more case studies on this website in the coming days. So right now, if you try to go to it, it's going to say we're doing maintenance right now. So I haven't launched it officially. I actually just created it the other day. I bought my hosting plan, I bought my domain name, and I installed WordPress. I started setting up my website. So I've got my homepage, my about page, my blog page. So getting all the basics set up. This is everything that I teach in my course, Profitable Blogger. I give you a 30-day roadmap to get your website set up, get your first products created, get affiliate products that you promote also, so you can earn money selling your own products and selling affiliate products. And then I show you how to start driving traffic to your website and how to start building your email list so that you can market to your email list and promote your products and make sales that way as well. So you're going to learn all this in my course, Profitable Blogger. I give you literally a 30-day roadmap where it tells you day 1, how to set up your website, day 2, whatever it ends up being, building out certain pages, day 3, installing plugins. So it walks you step by step for 30 days. I think on like day 20, we start creating your first product so you can have a product launched on your website, just like I've got, 16 different products here. Well, we're going to help you get your first product set up so that you can start making money selling one product. And then from there, you could build as many products as you want. You could build 2, 3, 4, 5, but we're going to get you your website all set up in like the first 10 days. Then the next 5 or 6 days, we're going to help you get your email list set up. So when you get traffic to your website, you can get them onto an email list. So like, for example, when somebody clicks 15 drills right here, it takes them to a landing page where I'm trying to capture their email address to get them onto my email list. So I'm going to give away something of value. So in this case, I'm offering them 15 golf drills that help me score under par. When I used to be really good at golf, I could shoot under par on a consistent basis. So I'm going to give them 15 drills that I found to be most effective. That's my, free value I'm giving them in exchange for them to give me their name and email address. So they're going to click the download button. That's going to put them onto my email list. So now I can start sending them follow-up emails, helpful tips, helpful lessons, giving them lots of value. So they say, wow, this guy's website really is helpful for golf. And then when I go to pitch them my products that I've got here on my store page, they're going to be a lot more likely to convert. So that's where you're seeing some of these products that have high conversion rates. It's because I'm promoting them mostly through my email list, and that's converting at a lot higher rate. For the bundle, for example, converting at 14%, 8%, 4%. I think overall it had like that 6.8% when you combined all 3 data sets. That's because that bundle I'm promoting to my email list, and the email list, they're already used to receiving emails from me, getting lots of value. So when I pitch them my product, they're more inclined to buy from me. So once we get your email list set up, then we'll start helping you build a product so that you can start marketing your product to your email list. And then we'll show you how to drive traffic to your website so you could start capturing emails and start capturing sales, because not everybody's going to join your email list. You'll get some people who just come straight to your product page and they buy. You don't always have to sell through email, but email has a lot higher chance of converting than just cold traffic stopping by your store and buying from you. So that's where having an email list and a store page, you're going to get the combo. You're going to get people that come by and they buy right away, and then you're going to get people who have to go down a sales funnel first, that has to go through your email marketing before they buy. So we're going to show you how to do all that in that course, Profitable Blogger, where it's like a 30-day build your own website, build your own online business. So go ahead and check out the first description, the link below in the description. It's going to direct you to that course. And I'll go ahead and give you a brief walkthrough. So you could also go direct to it. So asknickfoy.teachable.com. So asknickfoy.teachable.com. This is where I sell, courses teaching other people online business. So like I said, I got started first in the golf niche. I've already been earning thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every year in the golf niche. And now, because I became successful, in the golf niche, I decided to start sharing my tips, my knowledge with other people about how to build their own online business. So I'm not one of those people that just blogs about making money and that's how I make my money. I actually make money from a golf website, from a real estate investing website, and some other niche websites I have. But, teaching online business is another way I'm starting to make some money as well. So if you come here to asknickfoy.teachable.com, you're going to find my 3 different courses right now. Profitable Blogger, this is the big one that's got, 30 days. Get your blog all set up, get traffic to it, get your email list going, and start selling your first product. Profitable Pinterest Traffic is going to show you how to get insane amounts of traffic to your website. So if I go in here to my analytics and I go to acquisition and I go to all traffic, I go to channels, it's going to show me that, social media is absolutely killing it and it's beating out organic, which is Google. And then if I go into source right here in Google Analytics, it's going to show you that Pinterest is my leading traffic. So right now what we'll do is we'll take this back. I'll go ahead and show you real quick so you can see how much traffic, Pinterest is. So I started using Pinterest in about February. So we'll go back to February and now we'll come all the way forward here into October 11th and we'll click apply. So this is going to pull basically the last 8 or 9 months of data, and you're going to be able to see how much traffic I've gotten already to my website from Pinterest. So when we come down here, Pinterest, we've already had 66,000 people come through my website from Pinterest. This is more than 3 times or about 3 times how many people have come from Google. And then direct, this is people that come direct to my website, or people coming through my email marketing. When they click links in my emails, it brings them direct to my website. So out of 119,000 sessions, about half of that has been Pinterest traffic, 66,000 people. So that's where Profitable Pinterest Traffic is going to show you how to explode your website traffic and get tons of traffic to your website. Like I said, I just started using Pinterest like 8 months ago. I wish I would have been using it, 3 years ago when I started my blog. If that would have been the case, I would have been already, making 6 figures per year by now from my golf website alone. But since I just started with Pinterest 8 months ago, and now I'm getting, 66,000 people over those 8 months. So if you do the math, right now it works out to about 8,000 people I'm getting per month from Pinterest when you span it over those 8 months. But you got to remember, I started off slow and now it's ramped up. So now I'm actually getting, anywhere from 10 to 20,000 people a month from Pinterest. So that's what this course is about, Profitable Pinterest Traffic. And then again, once you've got your website, you've got your product all set up, you're driving tons of traffic from Pinterest, then you need to capture that traffic to your email marketing system so that you can increase your conversion rates and sell more products. So that's why I have an email course for only $37 on how to set up ConvertKit, how to get your email marketing system all set up. So go ahead, check out these courses again. They are, the ultimate game changer that's going to help speed up your growth and make you start earning money online. And again, I showed you the data that you need to do to get it done. So, even though this data is specific to my website, it might be different. But if you get 15,000 people to your store, you're probably going to convert 1 to 3%. So, if it happened for me where I made $11,000 off of 15,000 in traffic, and you can do the same thing, you can replicate this, create one product that you promote hard and you can get 15,000 people to that product every single month, you're probably going to get 1 to 3% of those people buying. So you're going to get somewhere between 150 to 400 customers a month buying that product. So all you got to do is get that product set up, and you got to drive massive amounts of traffic to it. You'll naturally get a 1 to 3% conversion rate, somewhere between there. and that's going to, result in revenue depending on what kind of price level you're pricing your product at. If you're pricing it super high, then your conversion rate's probably going to go down, but you'll need less sales, to make good money because it's a higher priced product. Where if you price a low product, you're going to need more sales to make decent money, but since it's lower priced, that also means more people are going to be likely to buy it, so your conversion rate might go up. But the end game is you got to get traffic. So again, one last time, profitable Pinterest traffic or profitable blogger. Both these are going to show you how to get traffic. This is more about setting up an online business, getting products, getting your website. This is specifically how to drive traffic from Pinterest, which will be the best way to get traffic to your website, as I've shown you here, in my analytics from my account. So that, I want to thank you so much for sticking in there. This is a longer video, but it's one I've been waiting to put together for you guys for some time. Now that I finally ran the data, looked at my business, built this spreadsheet, showed you what I need to start doing to make $11,000 a month, and then I showed you, some data, and I showed you, what you could do in your business, because it's pretty consistent from business to business. It's all about traffic, how much you're charging for your product, and conversion rates. Those three things go into a formula, and it's pretty predictable how much money you're going to end up making per month when you know those three numbers. So doing a few more things here, if before we end off, if you come down here in your Google Analytics, this is where you can check all your data. So what I had to do is go under site content, and I had to go to all pages, and that's going to show me, how many page views and how many people stop by each of my pages. So what I did was I had to, first map out all the different pages I wanted to track the page views for. And then from there, I went month by month through my data and, wrote down how many page views each of my product got month by month and built into these data sets. So that's what you would do here. You'd have to go in here and look at the data. So here we are, whatever I set the date for, February through October. So from February to October, I've had over 354,000 page views. That's about 156,000 unique page views. So that means, this would probably be your visitors. 156,000 people have stopped by my website. On average, they've done about 2 to 3 page views per visit. And then, they get off my website. So then I can break down what are my best articles and pages that are getting the most views. So I can go through here and, just collect tons of data, and then I had to build a spreadsheet out of it. So that's what you'd do. You'd start your website, which again, I show you in my course, Profitable Blogger, how to set up your website, how to set up analytics for it so that it can begin tracking your traffic. And then after you let it go for about six to 8 months, you can compile a bunch of data like this in order to build a spreadsheet and figure out what your conversion rates are, how much revenue you're bringing in, and you'll start to get a better understanding of what you need to do to make more money. So thanks so much for watching this detailed, in-depth video. I hope I brought a lot of value to you guys today. And if so, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a positive comment below of what you learned. That's going to help, tell YouTube that this video is valuable when you give it a thumbs up and when you give it a comment. And that's going to help it rank higher so that we can help more people out there who need this information. And again, if you want to check out more of my courses, go to asknickfoy.teachable.com. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, help me grow. And I publish videos pretty much every day. You can see 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. So about every other day, sometimes every day, I try to stay on a consistent schedule. So you're going to expect between 4 to 6 uploads per week. So these are, free lessons that are going to help you grow your website traffic, build products, and start making money online. Take care.